Masking is another skill inside of Adobe Premiere Pro that is really useful, and it can be used to create loads of different effects, from isolated color grading to transitions to all sorts of fun. Masking is a really powerful tool inside of Premiere, so let me show you what this is and how you can use it in your projects. Now, before we get into this, I just want to let you know that masking has completely changed in the latest 2026 updates, and that is what I'm talking about in this version. So if you're using anything older than 2026, then it's going to look completely different to you. Just a heads up. But with that said, as you can see, if I click this video clip here and then go down to this panel here, as you can see, by default, it might be the object mask tool, but if you hold that down on the left button of your mouse, go down to the pen mask tool, you can now draw a mask around your clip like this. And as you can see, masking is essentially just a way of cutting out different parts of your frame. So let's say we just wanted to have this bit up here. You would use the mask to essentially highlight this area. Now, in here, you can see you've got tracker and path, so you can track this action if you wanted to. So you can track the selected area forward, so you could track this movement here. But then, of course, you've got the transform tab down here, so you can change the position of this, you can change the scale height of this. All of these other settings, you've got the feather, which is going to soften this off for you. You've got opacity, so basically, can you see or not? And you've got the expansion, which is just going to expand the mask beyond that mask. Now, if you wanted to convert this into an opacity mask, then you would just right-click the pen mask, change to opacity mask, and as you can see, it's deleted everything else but kept what is inside that mask. And if you go down to opacity, you can adjust these settings within opacity as well. So we can change the feather back down to 0 if we wanted that hard edge. And as you can see, if you wanted multiple different clips on screen at the same time, then this is a way of doing that. So you can just adjust the mask. And as you can see, we've now got 2 different video clips playing at the same time in different windows. So it's just a way of cropping videos essentially, but you can use masking in so many other ways. You can use it to isolate effects. You can use it to do isolated color grading. Let me show you how to do that. So we're just going to delete that mask for now. We'll go to effects, search for levels, drag that onto our clip, and we're just going to increase the white input level again, or decrease it, sorry, down to a small number. So let's go to 100. So you can see it's really bright. Now we're going to go back down to the pen mask. So left click, hold on to that, drag down to the pen mask tool. And let's say we only want this to be affecting this area. So we're going to select levels, draw a mask on the affected area. So we want it just to be here. And by default, you can see it's gone red. And if you click off that, you can see that is now taking place. And same thing again, you can adjust the feather to soften that off. You can adjust the opacity of this effect. You can increase the expansion to make this bigger, or you could go the other way to make it smaller. And of course, you can go back in and you can adjust the settings later on. So if you decide you don't want it to be too bright, you can pull it down and make it darker. You can expand this, you can soften this. And same thing again from here, you can ask Premiere to track this for you. So if somebody was in the frame, you could do some isolated color grading with this. Very powerful tool. I think the new update to masking, if you're familiar with the older versions of Premiere, it's a little bit confusing to get your head around to begin with. But if you're coming into Premiere fresh, and this is your first time interacting with this, I think this is a really powerful update. And I think you'll benefit from this a lot because there's a lot you can do with the updated version of masking. You can see there's this clip of me out on a hike in the snow. As you can see, it's very bright. But let's say I wanted to isolate myself and essentially remove the background, so put myself in the spotlight. I can do that by going into this effect. If I go to levels, place that onto the video clip, and then I pull the exposure down, a global exposure adjustment, there you go, like this. Now, if I add another round of levels and I want to essentially isolate myself, so I'm going to pull the background down. But from here, I can go to this option here, go to the object mask tool, and you can see I can now select myself. So if I scroll through to the beginning, I can select myself, and it's essentially going to mask this for us. Now, as you can see, it's not perfect. It hasn't included my glasses. It hasn't included parts of my hair. It hasn't included this. But of course, you can just select that as well. So if you just use the lasso tool to include these bits like this, you can see you can now add these to the selection. So everything red is essentially now affected. And I can now, once it's done that first frame, I can just ask it to track. So it's going to say track selected mask forwards and backwards, or just track selected mask forward. So I'm going to press that option because I'm at the beginning. And Premiere is just going to analyze this clip for us. It's going to track the footage and it's going to apply that mask onto the foreground, so the subject, which is myself. As you can see, it's really powerful. If you've used Adobe After Effects and the rotor brush tool, it's very similar, but it is autonomous rather than you doing it. But as you can see, it's really user-friendly and it's done a great job. It's kept this outline around myself throughout this entire clip. I can increase the feather just to soften that edge off. And now I can drag the object mask tool down to the second set of levels that we created. I can press inverted, and that means now we're affecting the background and not the subject. And this means I can pull the RGB gamut down on the background and not the foreground. And there you go. You can see if we turn this levels on and off, you can see what it's done. It's isolated myself from the background. So if I just increase this, obviously we don't want this to be this extreme, but you can see what it's done. It's isolated us from that background, which is extremely powerful. So if we just wanted to slightly decrease the background, then you just pull that down to a number of around 75. And you can see if I turn this on and off, you can see what difference that has made. So it's very isolated color grading inside of Premiere using this new mask tool. It's very clever. It's very powerful stuff. I don't know what magic Adobe Premiere Pro is using for this, but it's a really cool feature. So masking is one of those skills inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, which it can be used on a very basic level. So just creating a split screen animation, or you can do some really cool tracked isolated color grading using it. The world really is your oyster with this one. There's so much you can do. You don't have to use masking, or you can do. It's completely your call, but it's a skill that I would definitely recommend practicing because it can come in really useful.